All right. Bloodfiend Meursault. Okay, 2 is kind of a low number, but rolling 11 is not like great. I mean, this goes up to 14 and then 15. I was hoping it would be 15 and then 16, but I guess 14, 15 makes more sense with the conditionals. Because, I mean, it is a very easy conditional to get. So, I mean, yeah, it is a pretty strong skill 1 because it's like really easy to get to 14 power. And then again, it is 3 coins. So actually, yeah, that's pretty strong. And I mean, one bleed count isn't like crazy, but it's definitely not bad by any means. And okay, so 1 hard blood armor for every 5 blood feast. So it looks like it does 2 per turn or once per turn. Because it says consume up to 10 blood feast and apply 1 for every 5, so that should be 2, right? But then this also says once per turn. So maybe it activates once per turn, so it still does go up to 2 hard blood armor. Considering how good of a support he is with good numbers on his effects, I'd say the rolls are fine. Yeah, I think also, like in general, like this for a 3 coin is very strong because of the coin power. Like usually 3 coins don't roll above like 11. Like if you think of like Ring Yisang, like he rolls, I think it's 11, right? And so going up to 14 on a skill 1, that's 3 coins, is still very strong. And with +2 offense level as well. But yeah, everything else is just very good on this skill. And then skill 2, all right, 4, 6, and 6. 3 offense level, okay. Same thing with the hard blood armor. 2 coin power, 2 final power. I think we kind of guessed that, right? And 30% max damage is pretty strong, I would say. Okay, less fragility is also pretty good. 2 times per turn, okay. So there is a limit, but I mean, it's not like you're going to be using this skill 3 times per turn anyway. All right, and yeah, +2 bleed count. Rupture count, I think, doesn't really, like, I don't think anyone's really using this ID for the rupture, but having more bleed count is never a bad thing. Although I don't know if it's exactly going to save bleed count, but damage-wise and like clashing-wise, this is a very strong ID. I mean, yeah, like this going to 16, and then with this 2 coin power, it'll go up to 20, and then final power go up to 22. 22 is not terrible. I think having final power be reliant on bleed count is kind of difficult, but the coin power being just for every 4 bleed is still a very easy conditional to hit, at least for the first coin. But yeah, I mean, in MD, stacking bleed is not a problem in the slightest because it's MD. I think in story content, though, it's still not going to be as bad just because like it's only 4 bleed and not like 6 bleed, so it's not super hard to reach. And yeah, it's still also, again, a very strong skill. Okay, now this one, yeah, 4 and 3, we kind of guessed that. On hit, heal 40% HP of damage dealt, max 80 per skill. Okay, healing 80 per like one of these skills doesn't seem bad at all. Okay, at 5 hard blood armor. Okay, so it's only 5. So I feel like that's not gonna be too difficult to reach. Okay, coin power, every 6 bleed. It's like semi-difficult to get, but it's not like super bad. 40% damage increase is really good. Like that's really strong. Hard blood armor. Okay, that's just more hard blood armor. Okay, 1 bleed count and 1 bleed count. So it's not like super insane for bleed, but okay. Now we get to the, well, I guess we can look at this again. 10% damage from lost skills. 20%. Okay, so that's basically like 2 fragile from Elemental and IDs, I think. Max stack, deal. Okay. Yeah, so it's basically just like 2 free fragile if you're using a La Mancha land ID to hit something. So that's definitely strong. Okay, and yeah, and it inflicts this turn and next turn, which is very huge. And this one has 3 attack weight, which is another thing. Heals max 100 per skill. Okay, so that's also going to be very strong. Now the thing is, this one, I don't see it gaining coin power. So this one is probably going to have more single target damage effectiveness, but obviously in a focused encounter, if you're fighting something with 3 different parts, then this one is going to be doing more damage. But if you're in like single target damage wise, this one is stronger just because it has coin power, and that's like pretty huge. But yeah, and another thing to consider with this ID is the regret ego, which I'm not even gonna count that into anything right now, but when that is gonna be taken into account, like the skill 1 is gonna be rolling like, what is it, like 20, I think? Yeah, the skill 1's gonna be rolling like a 20, so we're not really worried about clashing power with this ID because it's already gonna be very strong. But yeah, this with regret ego is obviously gonna be very strong. I mean, what's it gonna roll, like a 7, like 7 times 4 plus 3 is like what, 31? So yeah, we're not really gonna be worried about coin power or anything, because yeah, we don't even have to. Regret is awesome for how many coins he has. Yeah, I mean, I think that kind of goes with like all Meursault IDs. The more coins he has, the stronger regret is. Like, yeah, I still, I feel like they're gonna regret having, no pun intended, they're gonna regret making regret, because I think that's kind of why he had so many weak IDs for such a long time, is because of just regret being so powerful on every single ID that he has. Because it just has the strongest ego passive in the game by far. Like, it's ridiculous. Okay, but so this skill, 3 attack weight, pretty similar conditional wise, but it doesn't gain coin power. 40% damage up at a cap. Okay, apply 2 hardblood, so just more hardblood armor. And it does the same amount of bleed count as the other one, which I don't really, I mean, okay, alright, sure. Unbreakable coin, okay. Okay, it inflicts 2 of the, also inflicts 2 parade. 2 of the targets. So I don't see it inflicting La Mancha Parade next turn. Although, actually, no, I think it only loses 1 stack per turn. For this, we'll lose 1 stack either after this unit's skill hits and ends, or after the skill that attacks this unit ends. Okay, that's kind of a weird conditional to lose a stack on. Or is it this one? Oh, it's this one. Wait, that's not the same conditional? Yeah, it is. Wait, yeah, they're the same thing. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of weird. So I don't know if you want him to be fast and you want him to be going first to set up this for everyone to follow his attack. I mean, he does have a pretty decent speed, and I think he also gets haste from something as well. Is it this? I'm not sure. Focused performance. Yeah, he just has a bunch of buffs. Like, for whatever reason, I don't know, but he just has a lot of buffs. Like, he really doesn't need this. But, it's like, okay. Yeah. Yeah, he's very strong. Does he need to be? No. Is he? Yeah. All right. Now for this counter. 5, 4, and 4. What does that go up to? 13? Does he gain any power for it? Unused, 2 allies. Life 5 bleed. Okay, so I guess this is more for Blood Feast. He's definitely meant to be a support for all the Blood Fiends, and honestly, he makes them even better than they already are. Yeah, especially with like, I mean, like all of his stuff is just support for them while being a DPS as well. Like his skill 1 is very strong. And I think that alone, like his skill 1 is strong enough to make him a DPS on its own. Because like Otis, Rhodia, Gregor, all of their skill 1s are not the strongest. But like his skill 1 has the strength of a skill 2. And being able to pop off with that every single turn is like, I mean, with regret at least. Because like with regret, it's just like 6 coin power with regret is just kind of ridiculous. Or what does it roll with regret? Like, okay, let's avoid thinking about final power for damage wise and just coin power. That's 4, and then with regret it's 6, and then that -1, so it's 18. Okay, 19. And with the final power it rolls 20, but it hits for like a 19. And so basically it hits harder than Honglu's Shank, which is already a strong skill. So he just has a lot of strength. The skill 2 is not like the strongest, but then again, it also has 30% damage, and it has its own utility, and it does Lust Fragility, so he's just really good. Like, he reminds me of N-Corp Faust, except he can actually clash and deal his own damage. Because, like, he supports his team really well, but he doesn't fall behind them either, which is obviously like a very strong setup to any team. The counter is weird because it bleeds non-Bloodfiend characters on your team, which is weird because they're the one who can't heal it up. I mean, I think if it to 2 allies, including this unit, apply 5 bleed and activate it. If it goes by turn order, like if it goes by turn order, then you should already have all of your Bloodfiend members be like higher up in the turn order. So it should, like, it shouldn't really be activating on people that don't have it, because prioritizes allies with the most hardboiled armor. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be prioritizing the Bloodfiends because of hardboiled armor anyway. So it's not really, I don't think it's too much to worry about. At least that's what it looks like to me. Alright, let's look at sanity really quick. Okay, I don't think there's anything too important there. Alright, now for the passives. Blood Feast, you know what Blood Feast is? Okay, this one, hardboiled armor. Heal 10% of HP damage dealt. Okay, that's pretty nice. Max 40. Okay, that's still fine. Specifically states does not activate for higher kindred. I mean, I think is Bloodfiend Dawn the only higher kindred though? Because like aren't actually I guess Rhodia is the same level. Shouldn't Gregor and Otis be the same, or both be able to receive the thing though? Or like are they higher kindreds? Okay, 3rd kindred, is this higher kindred? Alright. Rodian 2. Yeah, Rodian I think is the same level as Dawn. Alright, let's check really quickly if Otis is... Okay, Otis and Gregor are 3rd kindreds, so let's see if Dawn is the only one that's... Because if Dawn is... 2nd kindred... Okay, I guess Otis and Gregor should be able to receive it then, because they're both 3rd kindreds. Otis is too squishy to be worth it. I mean, the thing about Bloodfiend Meursault is that he seems like he is making everyone less squishy. I mean, let's see. I mean, yeah, because he's probably going to be putting Hardblood armor on Gregor, right? What's Hardblood armor? So yeah, I think it's still going to work, because he can also apply it on himself. So if he's applying it like on himself and Gregor, then they're both kind of like the Blood Feast generators for the team at this point. So I don't think it's going to be like too much of an issue. So I didn't notice they made Meursault third kindred because Cassidy was a sixth kindred. Yeah, in this mirror world, yeah, they they made him a little bit stronger. Although I don't know if he's going to canonically be hunted down by Firefist Gregor, but at least this version of him isn't hunted down by Firefist Gregor yet. Skill 1 will put it on Dawn. Skill 2 will put it on Greg. Otis doesn't get any. Huh, okay. I think the thing with the counter, I mean, it says it applies to himself, so I'm guessing maybe the order might be like him, Dawn, or maybe Dawn first. Yeah, probably Dawn first. Okay, Dawn, him, Rhodia, actually maybe Rhodia second, and then Meursault third. Okay, Dawn, Rhodia, Meursault, and then Otis or Gregor, and then the other one. I mean, someone will figure out the most optimal path, but about Hardblood armor. Yeah, it's probably, I mean, for skill 1 and 2, right. For the defense though, does this activate Hardblood armor? Because this always have the most Hardblood armor. Okay, so it probably just okay, yeah, maybe order doesn't matter that much actually in that case. Skill 1 applies it to him, to him and Greg. Okay, so he's applying it to himself every time. Okay. Prioritizes higher kindred allies. Higher kindred. All right, I guess we'll see when we're able to test it out, which will hopefully be soon. All right, I think that's enough of. Actually, we didn't look through the final bit. Oh wow, yeah. Okay, here's the haste, defense level up and offense level up. All right, he's just got a lot of stuff on him. Skill 1 is him and the lowest HP. Dawn. Skill 2 is him and the highest HP. So this doesn't really get help to stop being squishy. First sentence. Oh, on self and one ally. Okay. On self and one ally. Okay. All right. Yeah, that. I love reading comprehension. Okay. So this is where the haste is in the kit. So it does kind of seem like he wants to go first to apply the La Mancha Parade stuff. Start reading in the middle. I mean, I read from the start, it's just easy to miss, you know? I guess it's not underlined or anything, so it's kind of not as easy to see. All right, combat start. Okay, 2 haste. So yeah, it does seem like he wants to go fast to apply the fragile and stuff. Well, not the fragile. The fragile I think was next turn, but the rest of the La Mancha Parade, I think you kind of just want to have it pop off like right before someone else's nuke attack, is what it seems like to me. But yeah. Okay, combat start. If like that on hit. Okay, that's pretty good. Including ego skills, that's pretty nice. Okay, on hit. He has enemies with bleed if this unit has less than 3 HP. Heal 30% HP. Once per encounter, rounded down. Okay, that's really good. That's really good. Okay, and then this one. Return, multiply the amount of blood feast generated by. Okay, this is kind of whatever. Because 5 Lust Res for this is kind of not super great. Because it's pretty hard to reach, at least consistently, unless you're spamming defense. But like, you realistically don't want to be doing that. But it's obviously just better to have him on the team anyway, because he is just ridiculously strong. Like, this low-key might be his best ID currently. Just because of the skill 1 and skill 3 alone. Although, I mean, actually, his sync ID is still pretty strong. Yeah, Resonance of 5 is not gonna be easy to reach. Like, that's asking for a bit much. If it was 4, it would be like maybe. But like 5, like, you really need to, like, you're kind of just going to be using that on like nuke turns at that point. And if you're just spamming defense, then you might as well just call it a dead turn, and nobody really wants to do a dead turn of defense skills. Like, that's like not going to be, I call it his best. I think it's kind of insane. I guess I don't have the Li Hang one. I think because that one, I saw has a lot of regular final power, but it doesn't really gain coin power. It's like I looked at the Li Hang one like a decent amount, but I mean, yeah, he had a lot to read. Like, he had a lot in his kit. I know he gained final power for sure. The thing is that I don't know if his if Li Hang's skill 3-2 gains coin power from regret. If it did, then that would be really good. But I know it's the third 5 coin skill in the entire game, like ID wise. So that, I think, is probably like the biggest feature of it. But yeah, although the thing is, he's also kind of like complicated and kind of confusing. But all right, let's move on to W Corp Heathcliff. All right, W Corp Heathcliff. Skill 1. This is, I mean, 0 additional offense level, rolling a 13, clashing a 15 is like fine, but like rolling a 13 in this day and age is not great. Although I'm pretty sure he's not going to be using his skill 1 and 2s a lot, if I understand the the kit. Okay, yeah, he's a lot of rupture potency I'm seeing. Well, I mean, I say a lot, but it's like 2. And then 1 count. This one, 5? Okay, that's a weird number. 5, 6, and 6. 2 coin power. Okay, what is this going to be, like 19? Or no, 21, I think. If this goes to 8, then yeah, that's 21. All right, and I mean, it's kind of whatever. Again, 1 rupture count, not really too important. The rest of this is kind of like whatever. Oh wait, it's on at 3+ charge, not even charge count. Really? Not even charge count? Okay, that's a really weird conditional to have. All right, skill 3, rip space 2. Okay, how much coin count or coin power? All right, 4. Okay, 6. 6? That's it? Really? Only 6? What was that, like? Okay, that's 24, 25? On a rip space? Really? Wasn't there an enhanced version or something? Wait, that was it? That's it? That's 25 clashing on a rip space? Bro, this is not the rip space I know. Wait, did I do that math wrong? I did. I did the math wrong. It should be... Wait, it's 27, never mind. I did that math wrong. But still, 27 is still not that good on a rip space. I don't know why I said 25. Yeah, because it's like 20, 26, 27, and then final power goes to 30. And that's only if it loses a clash? Like what? King clash power. Okay, so it clashes at 32, I think. No, it doesn't clash at 32 because it doesn't gain final power unless it loses a clash. So you're not even gonna be losing the clash. Okay, so then that's gonna be. Wait, no, hold on. Yeah. Wait. 27. Okay, yeah, it will be 32. It will be 32. Oh my god, that's all weird conditionals. Okay, so this is gonna be clashing at 32 at 5 charge, which is just it's kind of weird, to be honest, because it's clashing 32 but it's only hitting for a damage of a total count of 27. I mean, how much damage is it going to be doing? 6 times 6 times 10 is 60, 3 times 4 is 12. 72 damage on a rip space? That's nothing. Okay, this is gonna be the saving point. Okay, so what is it? 27 times 50% is like 13.5 added on to 72. It's like 85.5 damage on a rip space. Reminder: he has to spend 1 turn guarding and another turn stunned, then only does he get to S3 unless he draws 1. So what you're telling me is that he does 85.5, let's just round it to 90 damage for, like, he basically does 90 damage 2 times per 6 turns. So let's say that's like 45 damage per 3 turns, right? And then if you do the math, it's 15 damage per 1 turn. 15 damage per 1 turn? Hold on, that doesn't sound right. Wait, hold on, no, it's 90 damage per 3 turns. Never mind, I did that so wrong. Okay, 90 damage for 3 turns, so it's like 30 damage per turn. And is 30 damage per turn worth it? Now, I don't know if it is. Like 30 damage per turn, that's like a skill 1 nowadays does like at least 20. Skill 2s all do more than 30. At least they should. Because the standard 4 base coin, or the 4 base 4 coin standard of 4 and then 444 is 36. That's a standard skill 2. And plus the skill 3 that's actually in his kit, I'd say about 3 times per 7 turns. I mean, 3 times per 7 turns. Okay, so let's do 270 divided by 7. 270 divided by 7 is 38.571. Okay, let's just round it to 39, which is like slightly above a skill 2, and I still don't think that's worth it. Like, that's like, because skill 3s do so much damage now that it really, like this is underwhelming. Like, this is a really not a strong skill 3. I mean, like, it's like kind of strong, but compared to the other rip spaces that do like 100 damage and more, is like, like, I don't think it's worth, because also another thing to take into account is like you're defending 1 turn, so you're just letting someone hit you. And then you also have to not be able to do anything for a turn. So not only is his damage per rotation not there, but he also has a turn where he's not able to do anything. Corporioshi on my end just did 48 damage with the skill 1, so that should tell you everything you need to know. Yeah, his damage just isn't there. Like, it's just lacking. Like, maybe he's a fun ID, but as for right now, he's just not as strong as the W Corps that matter, like W Dawn and W Ryoshu. Like, those are still strong IDs, especially W Ryoshu. W Dawn's skill 2 kind of fell off a little bit, but W Ryoshu's skill 2 is still probably one of the better skill 2s in the game. But yeah, this is really not that good. Overcharge. Okay, actually, I'm gonna be honest, I forgot about his passive that makes him do more damage, so let's hope that that redeems him. Where's the damage? Passives. Wait, it's in skill 3, right? Anything that makes him do more damage? Passive defense level, that doesn't matter. HP, it's kind of whatever. 15% damage. That's it. That's it. If you had something that helps the rest of W Corp, like for example, once overcharged, the other W Corp IDs, thanks for charge count. I just remembered that there's the status called load, and that Otis can give load, but the thing is, she might as well give load to IDs that do better damage in the first place. So he really isn't that, like, important. I mean, he does give charge. Does he give charge bear, or does he just gain it on himself? He's a tank that can't clash with anything because he's stunned for an entire turn, so he just doesn't really pull his weight. Yeah, he's a tank that doesn't like to do his job. He like does his job for 1 turn and he's like, all right, I'm taking a break. And then he's like, you know, now I feel like hitting something. And then he's like, yeah, I'll guard for another turn. And then he's like, yeah, I'll take another break. Like, it's just not very consistent. On himself only. Yeah, he doesn't even support any other ID. So he's just not doing much, honestly. Which isn't like super great, but he like yeah, he's just not doing anything. Like, he doesn't support anybody, and his damage is just so lacking, right? I mean, like, okay, here, wait, where's the damage passive? Did I just see a damage passive somewhere? Okay, this 50% damage. We didn't account for this one. Okay, 50% damage. And gain. Okay, yeah, we forgot to add this to the equation. So up to charge. Okay, this could save him. This might save him. Funniest thing is they're giving out better charge Heathcliff for free in the event right now. Oh, the 2-star. I mean, yeah, that one gives better support because photoelectricity is on the skill 2 and skill 3. Which one is it? It's like, yeah, this one. Like, this is like the only thing that supports charge as a team right now. Like, this is the only thing. I mean, Otis has where is she? Okay, Otis has Okay, she gives Charge Barrier to allies, and she gives, where is it? Is it? Okay, load. She gives this to allies, which boosts damage, and then she also has, she just gives Clash Power up to W Corp allies, which is good. And compared to that, like Heathcliff, like what is he doing? He's not really doing anything. All right, so let's do the math for this coin power, because I feel like it's not fair to judge him without doing the full numbers. Okay, so 3 plus 6 is 9, plus 6 equals 15, plus 6 equals 21. Okay, so Clash Power helps too. Can't damage if you use the Clash. Yeah. Although the Clash Power does, like, the Clash Power isn't really, because we know that'll make him clash at 32. So clashing at 32 is good. But now we're just kind of calculating like the damage to see if he is worth using like ever. Because I forgot to count this 10 coin power up. All right, so let's say 21. Okay, so this is, oh wait, I was not doing this correctly. Hold on. Okay. So for the first 3 coins, it's 6. So then it should be 6 times 6 is 36, and 3 times 3 is 9. So that would be 36 plus 9, 45. And then this final coin is 27. So chat is on like a 20-second delay. It's bad today. Ooh. That's definitely rough. Sorry about that. Right, yeah, so the first 3 coins do 45 damage. Oh, also, the offense level definitely helps, but I don't know how it calculates into the damage. Okay, but the first 3 coins do 45 damage, and then the last one does 27 plus 10 times 0.5. So 27 plus 10 times 1.5, and then that plus 45. Okay, so the total damage is 100, which isn't like bad, but then when you run it back through, like, what was it, 100.5 times 3, and then that divided by 7 is 43 damage per turn. If we're doing like per rotation and counting the skill 3 in. So yeah, it's still kind of weird. Because like 43, like, I think the thing is the average damage per rotation now is just like really high. It's like, is 43 really good? I mean, I think if we're thinking of like 2-star IDs and other 3 stars that are like earlier on in the game, like probably, yeah, it might hold up a little bit. But for the most part, like, it still feels like it's lacking a lot, especially since it doesn't support any of the other units, and you have to spend a turn just stunned where you can't do anything. So like, it just doesn't feel great, like, utility wise, I guess. Because like, yeah, he's just kind of bursting things down during 1 turn, which is kind of just like whatever.